Fayose has said that Tinubu is trying. Amechi has said we need to call for a protest. Vice President Shetima says, hey, in a few months, we're going to be seeing certain dividends. But you are saying that there is a certain divide that is hindering the progress and us attaining that Nigerian dream. I want you to, land on that thought.
Okay, now I wouldn't really want to mention names, but number one, when we talk about what Mr. Fayose, he is somebody I have respect for, especially for his boldness. However, these are expectations. When he was governor, what was he able to do? So if he was able not to do so much, if another person is doing as much as he has done, the person has tried. So when you look at people that are talking, you say, what did they do when they were in charge? And that is the expectation you have from them. And I do not think that the politicians are the right people to ask, because they will look at what they did. If you ask somebody like maybe Mr. P2B and say whether the government has tried, he will look at what he did. He may tell you he has not tried. Today, whether the social media or nobody has said that Fayose did very wonderfully well in Ekiti State with the resources he had. So when you also look at Amechi, Mr. Amechi, he will say, that he had expected Nigerians to do something more. Now, but when we look at the scenario, can Nigeria do something more? The problem now is that Nigerians are being moved to a stage where they cannot be controlled when they react. In those days, when the government is not functioning, you have the likes of our current president and some others who tries to get the people to demand for good governance, and they fund it. So there was control. This stage, there is no more control. There's nobody now who is trying to get the people and the opposition to talk. So the day Nigerians take up the whole thing against this federation, is going to be very, very terrible. Go and look at the Arab uprising. There was no control. There was no viable opposition. And that was why they got there. So Nigeria, we are calling on the politicians. They know they can't go to overseas. Yes, they must have stolen so much, believing that they can go to US, go to Europe and stay. No, they cannot. It's important they understand it. It's important all of us come back to look at what are we doing. If you have saved money from jacking up of fuel prices, all the things you have saved, where are we seeing it? Where is it in the educational institutions? Where is it in medical facilities? Where is it in the road infrastructure? Where is it in employment generation? Where is it in attracting investors? What are you doing to attract investors? If you're looking at how they are taxed in Europe and you want to bring that model into Nigeria, where nothing is working, offices are closing. Maybe they don't know. Because when you pay a staff 70,000 naira, they say it's minimum wage. The staff gets to work. Transport alone takes that 70,000 naira. For those of us that are in Lagos, you work on the island. You come from the mainland. Many of us are the employers of labor. You come from the mainland into the island, and they go back. At the end, you're spending, some of them are spending 4,000, some are spending 5,000 daily. For 20 days, 5,000 or even if it's 4,000 for 20 days, already 80,000. Who will work under that situation? Nobody. So, and then many workers are not even receiving that 70,000. Some are receiving just 40, 50, 30. So that means the economy is completely going down. These people are frustrated. If you go to Festac Town, all the things they used in building things, they've all been stolen because people are hungry. If you go to Yaba, it is a terrible thing. If you go to Lekki area, especially moving down to VGC area, it is a terrible thing. I think the president should have private commissioning of people to find out what is happening. If you have verified, what are you doing? So I think all hands should be on deck. The media, all of us, we should be able to speak out to avert the calamity that is hanging on the air.